Excuse the messy hair. Man, it's Friday. It's -4 degrees in Chicago. It's feeling like it's about -21. CPS schools are canceled. Yeah, lucky kids, right? Parents gotta go still out, get things done, but I do feel for any kid and any adult even that has to get out there and get stuff done today, especially the homeless people on the streets, the stray animals. Man, if I found a random animal on the street right now, I'd bring them inside regardless and figure it out, because I feel so bad for these animals out here in the cold, the people too. Sad. They just deserve more in a lot of cases. And hopefully one day I could be the difference for a lot of these people, the people that want change, the animals that want to get inside, the ones that don't. Hopefully we can neuter, spay them, and just make a somewhat better living environment for the outside. And then also just educate people on why it's important to do certain things, why it's important to, trap the cats, get them spayed neutered so they can't reproduce. They can still go about their outside things. Why some of these house cats shouldn't be outside during freezing temperatures. When you have a lot of eagles sighting. Yeah, Chicago, we have some eagles sighting a lot in my area right now. They're bad. Coyotes we get. So these are all things. That's food. So we gotta be very careful. I'm hanging out with all my cats right now, and I'm just trying to feel just blessed and everything. Trying to think about how I'm gonna really get on top of everything this weekend and next week. Our car had very bad difficulties. Got a Jeep and some transmission issue at the point right now. It's not like a new trans, but we have some issues, and a lot of mechanics just are really not going through the process and doing the due diligence. It's kind of like very unfortunate. I feel like they're not really like figuring out. There's more to it, so I don't want to spend a bunch of time. It's interesting. So I'm doing the vet department, especially like disabled, elderly, life insurance, and somebody in my family, my youngest brother, his dad, we have different dads. He's a Navy vet, and he's not looking so good. He's kind of going back, but he's had to leave his apartment. Had a lot of in the hospital. Went back to the apartment so very quickly. Like they don't know why they let him even do that. To go back to the hospital, might go to hospice, and then it's possible like he might not go to hospice, but he's going to need a living facility. And it's just it's upsetting to see that. And I was originally going to try to work out a thing that I helped drive him to some of like his meetings and things he has to get done, take him to the store. My sister's helping his son. So my littlest brother, he also has an older brother and sister, by the way, that I've met once the sister, but a couple times the brother. He's actually a cop in a nearby suburb. And so that's what I'm saying. It's not my little brother when I say his son, because his son is taking care of most of this. It's very unfortunate, but I'm very blessed. I've asked, I'm like, hey, since can't use it right now, you're in the hospital, I'm like, can I rent it? We'll work out something, So I'm very grateful I'm able to use it, but I always got car issues, man. Even with his, I had to take it to get looked at. It's way past needing an oil change, not miles, but time wise. I'm like, all because it says at the mileage. After a couple months, you got to get an oil change, even if not the mileage. And I feel like after I'm cleaning it, like there's more issues and things. So it's like it's always kind of something. But I'm just so extremely grateful that I'm able to have a car to use right now. In the next week, I'll have a little more money to make this stuff legit. And then pretty much by the end of February, early March, I just got so much I'm trying to get on top of before that. I'm still trying to do my life insurance stuff. Trying to have 2 vehicles around that time, trying to do the poop scoop business, want to make a business, do that for my community, but also I just really want to be able to help and donate. I see all these animals and people that I feel like could really use some type of help and service, and it really hurts me that I can't help people because I can't even fully help myself and my family right now. So extremely disappointing when you want to help a community, a city, a state, a world, but you can't even make it. You live it day by day just for yourself. Excuse me, catching up. But this is not me complaining. This is me just showing I'm blessed that I see the things of how things could be worse. I'm out here trying to not only look for the opportunity, but actually grab it, grip it, hold on to it, cherish it, but then also do what I can to make it a real thing as much as possible. Because at first, sometimes we don't even see an opportunity, even if it smacks us in the face. And then once you get the opportunity, sometimes, yeah, you got the opportunity and all this stuff, it's just coming to you. But a lot of times you have the opportunity and you still got to build it up and do something with it. It's not like, you might find one person interested in whatever you offer or whatever, like, you know, but that's not the big opportunity. Like, that's the opportunity, and you're like, okay, that's just one person. I'm not getting back to them. Maybe you're not really doing as much as you can for that person. But little did you know, they might have had multiple other people they would have recommended. They might need other services. Maybe there's some other type of business you're trying to get in, and maybe they would have that pull. Uh, for example, with the poop scoop business, I'm talking to someone who does landscaping. They do big commercial properties, and they live in my community, but they don't work in my community. And they were saying that, if we could try to work something out, that I'll do commercial properties, take care of multiple buildings, do their grass, poop scoop it, so then they can come and not have to worry about, just shit all throughout the grass, and they can do their job. So that's an opportunity, and I reached out in these groups and asked questions. I seen them comment and reached out to them and message and keeping a relationship. So that's about it too. And then that's when everything is legit. I'm gonna reach back out to them. Hey, I got all my stuff together. Bam. This is a referral fee. If you get me anything, leave it at that and see what happens. I'm trying to build an empire with it. As much as I'm trying to make a business for me, I want all my employees to be able to do whatever they want. I want them to live. I don't want them to have one shitty car that might break down on them. I want them to have two cars, whether they own them both, whether they're financing both, or I don't even want them to have one car and it's a functioning car, but they're financing it for $1,000 a month that they can barely afford it. Like, I want my employees to be able to live somewhat decent. I want my customers to be happy, for them to feel like they are valued, for them to know if they have any issues or anything, they can come and not feel like it's a problem. They fully understand what they're getting. If they need to go down in service if possible, maybe they know how to, instead of them just canceling or ignoring me. So there's definitely a lot of steps, a lot of open communication. I think pest control definitely taught me a lot of communication. And then doing somewhat of like a cleaning business with my girl, taught me like dealing with certain people. And everything just kind of learning. But, I just had one hell of a week. Had the life insurance. My Wi-Fi's messing up. It's very unfortunate how a lot of things have happened. But I'm also just really blessed that things could be worse. And things are just working out, getting a little better. I'm trying to be on top of it. And, yeah, one of the things, I need to get brakes and rotors. I'm going to keep this car, for example. I'm getting prices. It's like $600 just for the equipment, brakes and rotors. And then on my way out of AutoZone, I grabbed a flyer. Boom, buy 2 rotors, you get a free brake pads. Like, I'm not saying you're going to save all this, but it's kind of like, alright, I was just saying how I want to do it. Here's a discount thing. Let me get the money together and actually get this stuff done. Because if I can have a strong working vehicle, I should, whether it's a personal thing, whether I use it for work, whether something might happen with our other vehicle, like we need to have something backup. I need to take care of it before I end up with 2 big ass paperweights. So it's about cherishing what you have, working with what you got, but also working on progress. Because I truly believe the thing that makes us the most happiest as people, as individuals, is progress. Things getting better, because nothing's worse than being just in this circle, this twisted craziness circle that you get stuck in, these like loops, this definition of insanity. And I feel eventually that insanity just very much so seeps into you, and it can be very discouraging. It can bring you down a lot. And sometimes you got to see that light again to just know what you're doing all this for. I'm just saying, don't forget All right. Much love. Peace. Everybody be safe out there. Be warm. Just try to keep being your most best self. See what you can do for others. Don't forget to look out for your own opportunity, because you have to make sure there's water in your cup before you pour it into others. All right. Peace and love. Y'all have a great day.